Mr. Keegan, nice to see you.
Evening, Council and Mayor. Michael Keegan, 7th Street and a property on Loma Drive, very close to the site in both occasions. I just wanted to point out a couple things this evening. One, about the neutrality of the council. As a former member up there, I'm surprised our freedom of speech in this country is so stifled. We all have a First Amendment right to speak and voice our opinion. Mr. DiVirgilio, as a congressional aide for probably over a decade, when Congresswoman Harman had to decide on bailing out the banks, Obamacare, and those things, those programs, Social Security, they all evolved after they were passed. In other words, people have to take positions on these issues early in legislation, and you, of anyone, should understand that more than this whole body. You've worked in that kind of field. And to say that you need to wait until all the information is in is disingenuous, because there's already an EIR that's done. And I'll challenge all 5 of you to take a position after you've read the old EIR and say, you know what, based on the previous project, this is what I think, because this is the information that's already on the books. So if you think that the project that was applied for with McPherson is a capable and a project you support, you should say so. You don't have to comment on this project to hold to your promise you've made to your friends. All I'm asking you to do is to read the EIR that's been published, to look at the Bircher report, to look at the evidence on the previous applicant, and take an opinion. That's all I'm challenging you to ask this evening, is to look at that. I'm not asking you to take a position on E&B and their drilling abilities, which have been already tested recently. They can't even figure out how to pull a permit. I mean, I spoke with an executive at ARCO who you know, a planning commissioner, who laughed about whether you should be getting a permit in this county. They obviously hired someone who has no idea how to drill for anything in this area, and they hired someone who didn't know how to pull a permit. Now it makes you look terrible. Aren't you a little bit upset? Aren't you going to say something tonight like, so far I'm so unimpressed with these guys that I think we should be looking for another applicant? I am appalled that you haven't said a word about the fact that they can't even drill for a boring. And you're going to let them put up derricks 60 feet high in this town? Not on my watch.